Alright, the biggest hit this Christmas season in video game terms has been the NES Mini, NES Classic Edition. Still can't find one. MSRP is $60, and that's what I want to pay for one. I'm not going to pay $200 for it like others are doing. So I'm going to wait until it's actually available at stores. But I wanted to get my Classic Edition fix in. So I turned to my good friends, the Russians. I got this from the Russians a while back. Double Dragon 2 hack bootleg. It's in a ridiculously small case, but this game was never released in America. So, you know, for the American market, only in Japan. So my friends, the Russians, went ahead and made one. You know, one you could hold in your hand, a tangible copy. So let's see what the Russians have in store this time around. So I'll go ahead and do an unboxing here. So I had an AtGames Sega Genesis console, and I didn't like the sound emulation on that. I had the 40-in-1. I might pick up the 80-in-1 just to see if it's any better than the 40-in-1 I had. So I'm very curious to see how this console turns out. It's 160 games in one, and it's a lot of games on this thing. And I can't find any reviews on it, so I'll go ahead and be the guinea pig. I saw a few videos, but they're all in Russian, so you know, I can't really understand it. Need to learn Russian. So here we go. Here is your Russian bootleg hack of the Sega Genesis right here. It looks just like the Sega Genesis. The AtGames version doesn't look like a Sega Genesis at all. So just looking at the box, Super 1015. That's 1015. Super 1015 drive for you Roman numeralists. Okay. It shows some of the games on the back here. 16. Yeah, I can't read that. I don't know what this is. But the game listing's in English. Alright, let's open this up right now. Alright, it's in plastic. It looks nice. It's packed okay. Not really, actually. No nice one. Oh, there's a cartridge slot? Whoa, check this out. What if you did this? Alright, so this is your Russian Sega Genesis with 160 games built in. Looks like the standard Sega Genesis port. It has a fat ass AC adapter like a real Sega Genesis, not a tiny one. What the hell is? Oh, a freaking is this to convert to 12 volt? Holy fuck! I hope this thing even works. Holy crap! Let me plug this in right now into my wall here. Is that what that's? All right, that's what that is. Look at that, European plugs. I feel so cultured now. Okay. Yeah, what if you did this? Russian hack Sega Genesis. Russian hack Double Dragon 2. Will it work? That's cool. Alright. So here we go. Okay, that's the AC adapter. That's controllers. Where the hell? Okay. Here's the, it looks like it's only mono. That sucks. Not stereo sound. Oh, the controllers look a lot smaller than the actual Sega Genesis controller. Yeah, the Sega Genesis controller is bigger. Alright, let's hook this up. Really looking forward to this one. Is this a good alternative to the NES Mini Classic? Is this so good that Vladimir Putin will approve? Let's find out right now. Okay, I've got some good news and some bad news. The plan was to plug this in, make sure everything works, and then do a video, watch the game together like a first impressions video. But when I turned it on for the first time, this is what I saw. I got a defect. It's in black and white. The the picture isn't steady. And I know that's not the case because I believe there's like 3 or 4 videos on this thing on YouTube. They're in Russian, so I can't understand what anyone's saying. But when they were doing a video about this, the picture looked great. But I couldn't hear the music because everyone who made a video about this had the music turned down. So I didn't know how the sound emulation was. And that's why I took a risk on this. I had to see if the sound emulation was good. I mean, the list of games is... There's some great games on this built into this thing, so I had to try it out. So I have a defect. I'm going to contact the seller. I really want a unit that works, but if they can't provide one to me, I'm just going to get a refund. But very disappointing. Tested out a couple games, and some of the really, really good games like Contra Hardcore here. Contra Hardcore. It sounds really good, and this is an expensive game. It's like a $50, $60 game, probably more with the box and manual. And then look, the screen is centered down too, so something's going on here. I can't recommend this console to you guys right now. I could recommend it to Hillary Clinton, but not you guys. I would not do that to you guys. So dilemma here is, do I want another one or do I just take the refund? Because like, what if I get another one and it's defective again? I mean, I don't know how many of you have played this game, but from what my ear tells me, it sounds right. It sounds good. Not all the games are perfect though. I tested a bunch already. Aladdin was off, Streets of Rage was off, but this one sounds so. It's a mixed bag, but the good thing is some of the really, really great games on the thing sound great. See, as far as I could hear, it sounds accurate. Sounds accurate, plays accurate. And another great one on here is Castlevania Bloodlines. Sounds great again. And the game list is freaking great on this thing. I mean, if this thing actually worked on me, blows away the NES Mini Classic Edition, because look, it looks like the Sega Genesis, 160 games built in, and a lot of really good ones. So here we go. The tone is only slightly slow. Slightly, it's a tiny bit slow, like running like, sounds like 10% slower, not much. So disappointing because this thing would have been really cool. But yeah, let's see what the seller offers me, refund or a replacement. If they offer me a replacement, I'm gonna ask them to test it before they ship it out. But I really want this thing to work now. Sounds good, but just a tiny bit slow. Alright, and then I'll show you a game that emulated really slow, like the sound is really slow, Streets of Rage, Bare Knuckle. Yeah, the tone on this is really slow. But just having Castlevania and Contra, those two games alone are worth $100 together. This thing was $60, so, you know, do I want my... It's the same price as the NES Mini. See, the tone is slow. So Streets of Rage didn't do well in the conversion here. Yeah, so disappointing. So if you want to get one of these things, I would ask the seller to test it before they ship it out. Because this thing does look, it appears brand new. See, this one didn't emulate too well. But this game's available everywhere. I got this thing mainly to play, you know, to have a Contra, actually. I don't have Contra. Let's look at a random game. See, look at how many games this thing has. And the thing is, oh, Double Dragon. The thing with this thing is the AtGames consoles, the best one has 80 games, but 40 of those games are like generic games. So the AtGames console, the games that are built in it's only like 40. This is, from what I could see, all Sega Genesis games. This sounds accurate. I haven't tried this one out, but from what I could hear. And this is another expensive game. This is a $50 game right here for the Sega Genesis. The first Double Dragon. Okay, now it looks slow. Okay, this did not emulate well. Yeah, this one's slow. Okay, yeah, this is not right. The title screen was good. What the hell happened? Okay, let's try one more. Let's see. They got both Battletoads in here. Golden Axe. Let's oh no, I want to try Golden Axe. Oh, and the cartridge slot does work too. I'll show you guys that in a second. The menu's kind of slow. Yeah. So almost recommended. Title screen's a little slow, so this one sounds like it's playing a little slow. The music's a little slow, but not horrendous. It plays right, just a tiny bit slow. So it's like all hit and miss. Try Magic. Alright, I'll show you guys a cartridge slot now. Definitely better than the AtGames consoles. The AtGames consoles, like, I can't stand the sound on those. Alright, so a bootleg in a bootleg. So much potential on this thing. It works. I need to review this. I did an initial impressions video on this game, and I gave it like a 5, but I'm going to give this game a better chance. Yeah, see, it works. Freaking sound effect. It's all dramatic. Alright, so that's the Super 10-1-5 drive. 160 games in one. Man, I would recommend it if it actually works, but I always get a bad feeling when I get something and it's defective. That's not cool. So yeah, I'll probably try to get a refund. I already emailed the seller, showed them a picture of the screen, showed them the screenshot, showed them that it's blurry and it's in black and white. But like I said, the Russian videos I've seen of this thing, it works. I'm just one of the unlucky ones. I'll just get an NES Mini Classic Edition when it comes out. Hopefully one comes out soon. So this was, this was my, I got to get my fix in, get something, some kind of classic console with games built in. But that's a fail. It's kind of cool that the sound's pretty good though. That's the thing. I don't know if the Sega Genesis sound chips are hard to duplicate. A lot of Sega Genesis clones, they don't do very well. Alright everyone, kick ass, be safe. Hope you found this informative. Take it easy. Did you get an NES Mini yet? I have not. Be safe everyone.